suppose, you know, it was a privilege to work with Jimmy. It was a privilege to know Jimmy for the duration of my work in life. When I was a child growing up, Jimmy was the memory man. He was the man that was not alone associated with soccer or with GAA. He was the man that was associated with every sport. I actually applied and was a contestant on Know Your Sport at some stage. Unfortunately, Jimmy, I think, was taking a sabbatical from the programme at that stage. But you never failed to be amazed on a Monday evening when George Hamilton would say, right, this is the specialist topic this week. And just at the drop of a hat, Jimmy had it all there.
And if I'm not mistaken, Roger Poncelet was the jockey on that one.
He'd concentrate on an event and he'd want to know not alone how the idea started, but how it was nurtured, how it was carried through, how it was followed through, and what's the plan from it from there on. Books gave him that knowledge.
Jimmy got involved with us after his son Paul sadly passed away from motor neuron, aged only 51. And Jimmy became our patron shortly after that. He was really passionate. Jimmy, I know we're surrounded by books here today, but we could write a book on the amount of things that Jimmy did for us. Jimmy never said no. Like, we would pick up the phone and we could be sending him to like Ballydehob or somewhere in Cavan, and that wouldn't be a problem to Jimmy. Jimmy really took his patronage very seriously, and I know he is a bit of a national treasure, but he was a superstar to us. I have to say, we really, really miss him, and he's going to be absolutely irreplaceable as a patron for us. So basically, we were approached by Patricia Magee, and that's Jimmy's daughter, and she had gone through his personal store of books, and you can see some of them here.
They're all favourites of Jimmy's. You know, with Jimmy's life, I doubt that he could ever say one was my favourite, one sporting event was my favourite over any other. Jimmy enjoyed everything. There was nothing that Jimmy didn't enjoy. He loved his travel. He obviously loved his sport, but he had a general interest in life. And I think his books reflect that.
I never realised that there was so many books written on golf, but turns out there's a lot of them. Horse racing, you know, obviously the Olympics is a massive chunk of it. There's travel books, and there's, oh God, the amount of GAA books on hurling and football and like you name it, it's in that collection. So if you have any form of interest, I think there was some book on cricket as well. Like, you know, there's every single sport is covered. So if you're passionate about sport like Jimmy was, then this is definitely the collection for you. If you were interested in, I suppose, getting your hands on some of Jimmy's very valued and treasured books, you can go to galabid.com/Jimmy and you can see the full collection. There's, I think, just over 900, nearly 1,000 books. All the titles are there. There's sporting trivia, there's golf, there's racing, there's absolutely everything. But for us, we just love them to go to a really good home and somebody who will treasure them as Jimmy treasured them.